My name is Sergeant Seth Fuller. I live in Grinnell, Iowa. I work in Montezuma, Iowa, which isn't too far away from where we're at today. So I am a flight engineer for CH-47, which is the model designation for the Chinook. Flight engineer sits in the back of the aircraft during a flight. We're the maintenance and technical experts. First and foremost, we're mechanics. We also deal with passengers, cargo, assisting the pilots in clearing the aircraft. It's a large aircraft, so in tight spaces, if we're going to go in and land, say, in an open grove with trees surrounded by us, we'll help guide the pilots and make sure we have a safe landing. So some pretty typical challenges that most mission day or M day soldiers like myself that come in, where we go in once a month and usually 2 weeks out of the summer. Sometimes scheduling can be a conflict. Make sure you get the time off in advance. Sometimes your employer wants to know, hey, why are you taking 2 weeks off in the summer? That's not your vacation. You might have a family vacation for the first part of July, but then have AT in the first week of August, and they just don't quite understand that. But luckily, we've got USERA and the ESGR. The ESGR is really great at helping mediate any issues you might have with your employer during whether you're going in for duty for drill or AT or going on a deployment. Fortunately for me, I work for a USERA and ESGR recognized company that they're military friendly, so my transition to my deployment, coming back, and things like taking some time off in the middle of the week to come do missions like this, they're pretty understanding and encouraging to do that sort of thing.
And what benefits have you found as being a member of the National Guard and then you're being able to bring to your employer?
Some benefits, you can do things like sign up for some ESGR recognition programs. Like I said, my employer is recognized by the ESGR as being a military-friendly employer. If you've got an employer that really supports what you do in the military, you can nominate them through the ESGR. They can be given an award. It's a great PR opportunity for the company, but more importantly, it's nice to know that they have your back as a soldier and as an employee.
Well, Mr. Mayor, you just experienced something that most people don't ever get to, and you came back in a CH-47 Chinook helicopter. Tell us how this all came to be today.
Well, it started off with an offer having to do with the folks who were involved with the Home Base Initiative. The idea that what we can do to try to recruit veterans that are leaving service to come back to the state of Iowa, and then as that descends down, actually doing it for the city of Oskaloosa. At the city council, this was presented to them, and they didn't have to think about it very long before they were all in, and so they voted for it, and so Oskaloosa is a home-based city. But then along with that comes, well, what exactly are we talking about here? And that's what got me interested, was that they said, yeah, if you're involved in this event, we'll give you a ride in a Chinook helicopter. That's very nice. But what I was really interested in was, what are the ins and outs of the legislation that enables this sort of thing, and what are we talking about when we talk about the quality of individuals coming out of the military? And so the presentations that were made, talking about the qualities of leadership that come out of the military, talking about the types of citizens we can expect, and then also an explanation of the things that happen out at the National Guard Armory, those were all things that got my attention. And so that was the real benefit to me, was being educated. However, if someone offers you the opportunity to ride in a Chinook helicopter, I would say, you bet you want to be in on that.
You help make decisions with your employer, and you also help make decisions for the city of Oskaloosa. And taking what you've learned today, what are you bringing back? Do you think that the Home Base Iowa is a good initiative, and what really stuck out to you as a person that makes those decisions?
Well, and that was one of the things. On its face, it looks like a good initiative. As you dig deeper, it very much is. And so what I bring back with me is an understanding that the folks who have been involved with the military, I have a deep respect for them already, but knowing the leadership qualities they bring, and also what we can expect in terms of team behavior, that when they come back and work for an employer, their instincts are already going to be towards problem solving, quickly adjusting to change, and working together to make sure that they accomplish whatever the task is. And that it just gave me a very deep reminder, and convincing one at that, that this is someone you really want to hire.